You've got to be kidding me. We got another 8. We got another 8. The FCC approves Paramount's $8 billion deal with Skydance after months of chaos and political intrigue. Okay, we'll get back to the video, but you see here, we get another 8 in a trending story. Remember, 8 seasons of The Cosby Show. Malcolm Jamal Warner just died. His birthday's in the 8th month. Right? He played Theo Huxtable. Huxtable. H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. Dog the Bounty Hunter. Grandson died. Hunter H. Also 8 seasons of Dog the Bounty Hunter. H kind of sounds like 8 too, right? It's just not a coincidence. Okay? Hulk Hogan died. H the 8th letter again. Like Hunter. And I had that semi-prediction in the Dog the Bounty Hunter decode on Hulk Hogan news to come, and then Hulk Hogan passed. Right? Again, Hunter H, Hulk Hogan H, Huxtable H, H the 8th letter, 8 seasons, 8 seasons. FCC approves Paramount's $8 billion deal. This is connected to Trump as well. Trump equals 88 in the language. Now let's play the video.
Federal regulators have approved Paramount's $8 billion merger with Skydance. This comes after months of turmoil surrounding President Donald Trump's legal battle with 60 Minutes, a popular news magazine show of Paramount-owned broadcast network CBS. Trump accused 60 Minutes of editing an interview with Kamala Harris in a deceptive way designed to help her win the election.
It was a horrible answer, and they took the answer out in its entirety, and they put another answer in, a different answer. That was a different part of the interview.
There was a possibility of the Trump administration potentially blocking the Hartford deal. So earlier this month, Paramount agreed to pay a $16 million settlement with Trump. Critics saw this as a veiled bribe to appease Trump. Further outrage sparked when CBS announced it was canceling The Late Show with Stephen Colbert just days after Colbert criticized Paramount's settlement on air.
It's not just the end of our show, but it's the end of The Late Show on CBS. I'm not being replaced. This is all just going away.
Paramount said the decision was made due to financial reasons, but many have questioned these motives. Paramount's general counsel said the new Paramount will include a quote, diversity of viewpoints across the political and ideological spectrum.
All right, and I covered that Stephen Colbert. I covered that story already. I'm just like, here it is right here. I'll pull it up on Canva. You see right here. And I showed you how that was all connected with Trump as well. As we scroll down here, let's see. Oh yeah, there's that Bob Saget connection. Looking like Bob Saget, birthdays 4 days apart. Let's see, did I put any Trump stuff in there? Oh yeah, right there. You see that? The announcement. I guess Paramount owns CBS or whatever. But you see right there, Stephen Tyrone Colbert 281, the 60th prime. Donald Trump equals 60. The announcement, this is from that story. The announcement came 3 days after Colbert spoke out against Paramount Global, parent company of CBS. His show is on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert or whatever is on CBS. Settling with President Donald Trump over a 60-minute story that we just heard in that video. And, you know, to go with those 60s. And again, Colbert with his birthday, the 133rd day of the year, how that all synced up with that right there. And then The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, 146 with Trump's birthday. Remember, Candace Amber Owens is trending. Her name equals 146. Hulk Hogan equals 146. So all of this stuff connects with with Trump, right? So, but let's go back here to our story. Here's the article. Again, the FCC approves Paramount's $8 billion deal with Skydance after months of chaos and political intrigue. Story's kind of confusing, right? Dealing with these media companies. If you didn't know, here it is. FCC stands for Federal Communications Commission, an independent agency of the U.S. government responsible for regulating interstate and international communications by radio, television, wire, satellite, and cable, according to the U.S. government website. So we get this merger. I don't know if there's going to be a new name. I don't know. But Skydance Media, LLC, American Media Production and Finance Company based in Santa Monica, California, founded by David Ellison in 2006. The company specializes in films, animation, television, video games, and sports. There's that founder right there. And Paramount, as you may have heard, right? Paramount, what do they go by? Paramount production. Oh, pictures, maybe, possibly, maybe right there. I don't. That's not actually what I wanted to pop up. But they got Paramount. Is it Paramount Plus? I don't even know now. But Paramount Pictures Corporation, commonly known as Paramount Pictures or simply Paramount American Film Production and Distribution Company. You've seen the logo with movies and stuff like that. Okay, so we went over those eights. We went over the eights. All of these connections with these trending stories. We even had this breakdown. This was my last breakdown, and it was another 8. And you know what's amazing? Athletics even equals Trump's birthday, 146. And that was on the fly decode. You can go check that out. But this rookie Nick Kurtz of the Athletics becomes the first MLB rookie to hit 4 homers in a game. And he had the 8 on his jersey at Wake Forest. But yes, I think it was Athletics that also equaled 146. So that's another 146 to match up with Trump's birthday. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty simple breakdown, as the story's like confusing if you get into all the details. But you can see in the title, the FCC approves Paramount's $8 billion deal with Skydance after months of chaos. So Skydance, I just had the Justin Skyler Fields breakdown as he's trending because he had a toe injury and now he's back. But look, Skydance, Justin Skyler Fields, and I showed you how he's connected with Michael Air Jordan, Air like sky. They got the Chicago connection, obviously with the Chicago Bears, who Justin Fields was a part of, and Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls. So we just looked at the FCC, Federal Communications Commission, and I'm wanting to show you how all this stuff and all of these trending stories all connect. Look at Federal Communications Commission in the language. Look at that 142 right there. Because that hit in the Justin Fields breakdown, and that hit with Hulk Hogan and his upcoming birthday. You see Hulk Hogan's upcoming birthday is August 11th. He's trending with his death, right? His birthday leaves 142 days in the year. Look how that connects with Federal Communications Commission with the language, all of these trending stories. And Justin Fields, it was a 142-day span from his March 5th birthday to him limping off the field with the dislocated toe. 142, 142. Now 142 hits with Federal Communications Commission. And that FCC, that initial thing kind of syncs up with Hulk Hogan, who was a member of the NWO. You get NWO, FCC. Remember Charlie XCX also trending as she got married? So you get XCX, you get those initials as well. And there might have been another story with initials also. I just can't think of it right now. Okay. Even Paramount equals 124. So 124, 142, 142, 142, the same numbers. This is, and look at this right here. Look at, even Commission has 48 right there. Federal Communications Commission 488, like 48, and the 48s I pointed out keep hitting with all of these other trending stories. Hollywood 48, right? Hollywood Hulk Hogan, NWO. Hollywood equals 48. Donald Trump equals 48. New York Jets equals 48. Dislocates toe equals 48. All of these trending stories, I enter just the major things, which is just a few with this Paramount Skydance merger, and those same numbers pop up. Obviously 488 is 48 in a different form, right? It's a higher number. You get the 48. Notice how you get the 88 as well. Notice how you get the 8 in there as well, as I'm just noticing. And remember, Trump equals 88. Right there. Remember, Trump equals 88 right there. So another 88. Another 88 that we see right there. Okay? And let me go over here. Or actually, I'll leave you there for a minute. So, critics of the settlement lambasted, or lambasted, whatever that word is. It is a veiled bribe to appease Trump amid rising alarm over editorial independence overall. Further outrage also emerged after CBS said it was canceling the Stephen Colbert's Late Show. We went over that. Just days after the comedian sharply criticized the parent company's settlement on air, Paramount cited financial reasons, but big names, both within and outside the company, have questioned these motives. Let's go over here now. Okay, right here. You know, when I just looked this up, President Trump, this stuff it's just the story, right? I'm not interested in the big story, but I will read a little bit of this. They're saying President Trump cannot directly block the Paramount Skydance merger because it was already approved by the FCC, blah, blah, blah. However, based on the provided information, it seems that there were allegations of political interference from Trump. So that's just all the story, with all of the confusion that they give us with the Kamala Harris, Trump, 60 minutes. Remember, Donald Trump equals 60 minutes, or Donald Trump equals 60, right? Look at his ear. Right. So, I mean, this story is kind of ridiculous. While seeking approval, Skydance management assured regulators that it will carefully watch for any perceived bias at CBS News and hire an ombudsman to review any complaints about fairness. In a Tuesday filing, the company's general counsel maintained the new Paramount will embody. So I guess they're just going to be called the Paramount or the new Paramount. I'm not sure. I wasn't even sure what Skydance was, to be honest, before doing this breakdown. The new Paramount will embody a diversity of viewpoints across the political and ideological spectrum. and also noted that it plans to take a comprehensive review of CBS to make any necessary changes. The FCC approved the merger by a 2-1 vote on the regulator who opposed it, expressed disdain for how it all came together. Right? So they got these 3 founders here who founded Paramount, I guess. Look at this guy, died 4 days before Trump's birthday in 76, and I think there's a 76 with the Trump name. That's interesting how dude's name is Adolf. Look at that. One of the 3 founders of Paramount Pictures. That's interesting. Look, Trump's birthday is June 14th. This guy dies June 14th. This guy dies June 10th, 4 days before Trump's birthday. And again, you see how dude died in 76 right there? Donald John Trump equals 76. Look at that right there. And dude's name is Adolf right there. Remember, and that's 1 day after the Capitol riots. Look, Hungarian. There's another H, 8th letter. Hungarian American film producer. You see that right there? Remember, Trump is an actor as well, but look at Adolf, like Hitler, another H. Remember HH88. But this guy looks like Fred, Trump's dad. Shout out to the fittest flat earther. As I guess they don't have his dad right side by side with the guy. But look at his dad, looks like him. Look at his dad right there. Shout out again to the fittest flat earther. Look at his dad. You see right here? And then look at Adolf. They look very similar. You see that? It's a fake world that we live in. And you get the HH 88 thing as well. That's interesting, right? You get all of them comparisons with Trump as well. Isn't that amazing? Shout out to the fittest flat earther. Adolf, even born in April the 4th month, dead in April the 4th month. 4 plus 4 is 8. He passed in 45. Trump's the 45th and 47th president. See that right there? Even Adolf, look at his birthday, 4/20, like 42. David Ellison is age 42 right here, CEO of Skydance Media. See that? Right? Okay, so let's go back over here. Wow, that was all connected on the fly, but even Hulk Hogan's birthday, HH, right? NWO, New World Order. Look at how all this stuff connects. Even his birthday, the 223rd day of the year, the 48th prime number. What do you think about Paramount Pictures, May 8th? Look at this last anniversary of Paramount Pictures, the founding anniversary, left 237 days in the year. They merge with Skydance Media. Skydance Media in the reverse cipher equals 237. Paramount Pictures, 230 in ordinal, 77 in reduction. That's like 237. Look at that. Again, Paramount Pictures founding anniversary this year leaves 237 days. In the language, Skydance Media equals 237. In the language, Paramount Pictures equals 230 and 77, which is like 237. And you get this merger. I think it's like a lottery that hits and the numbers match. So that's why we get the story. Do we really know Besides them saying, hey, there's a merger, do we know like that's for real, for real? You know what I'm saying? Or is it just a story and there's some kind of just algorithm in the computer just controlling everything to keep us distracted?
All right, we've got some breaking news we want to get to on the Paramount Skydance merger. Julia Borson's got the latest. Julia.
Melissa, big news here. The FCC has granted the approvals necessary to clear the Paramount Skydance merger. This is an $8 billion merger of Paramount Global with Skydance Media. This includes the transfer of 28 CBS-owned local TV stations to the Skydance-led group. Now, a couple of key things here. This comes after Skydance made a commitment to have its to end its DEI policies and also to create a CBS News ombudsman. And these commitments were made in a pair of filings to the FCC.
It's confusing as a mother. You know what I'm saying? It's like, God. So do they own like anything else or what? What does Paramount own? They own all of this crap. CBS, MTV, Nickelodeon. What about Skydance? I mean, obviously they merged now. What will Skydance and Paramount now be called? Okay. After the merger, the combined company will be called Paramount Skydance Corporation. You know we're going to the calculator. And let's just toss that in. That's relevant. It doesn't mean it's going to hit. But we're just going to throw that in there. I don't notice anything right away there. But I could still go down here and see if there's any matches with anything. That 159 kind of looks familiar. Because Donald Trump equals 159, Hollywood equals 129. Like Paramount, Skydance Corporation. Look at that right there. On the fly, man. What do you think about that? What have we been talking about the whole time? Donald Trump, Hollywood, again, like Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and even just Hollywood with all the movies and entertainment, right? So do you like that on the fly right there? Isn't that awesome? Isn't that? I think it is. You see, look. Bam. Look at how it all comes together. You see that? The Chaos Agent character, Mr. TRUMP. So what do you think about, what do you think about that? I wasn't terribly excited going into this breakdown. Thumbnail lands, huh? Because the stuff just gets confusing. It's like all of the blah, 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 blah. But you see, we pick it apart. We pick it apart, show all the connections. You see, we already had Hollywood and Donald Trump in there, and then we hit on the fly. Then we hit on the fly, and we connect all of these stories. I apologize again because I mentioned in that on the fly, the last video, I kept saying Oakland Athletics. I forgot they were in the process of moving and they no longer go by Oakland. But there's still connections, obviously, because they were Oakland. And then that 8 with that rookie hitting the 4 home runs, the 8 on his jersey in college. I think it was Athletics that had the 146, the Trump's birthday, if I remember correctly. But yeah, there was a 146 I brought up in that breakdown. So you like that? The FCC approves Paramount's $8 billion deal with Skydance after months of chaos and political intrigue. Appreciate y'all. Math 2 Con, aka Matthew, aka Matt. The current channel is Daily Decodes 812. Until next time, peace.